What started out so positively, with increased research funding, pioneering surgery, and life-lengthening treatments, all contributing to increased survival rates, soon turned into crisis mode. However, one thing remained constant: our unwavering support for those living with lung cancer. Whilst in 2019, much of our support was face-to-face, including establishing a new lung cancer support network on the Isle of Man, supporting people like Heather, the pandemic and soaring demand meant we had to quickly adapt these services. In addition to our established services, such as our patient grant scheme, online forum, and Ask the Nurse helpline, which saw calls increase by 61% in 2020, we also launched our Keep in Touch support service to reduce the impact of isolation and loneliness due to shielding. Since the launch of the service, we have made over 860 calls to those affected by lung cancer, with conversations lasting on average 30 minutes. The service was so well received, it continued even after shielding paused. With existing patients supported, our attention turned to a horrifying consequence of the pandemic: the significant decline in lung cancer referral rates. During the first lockdown, lung cancer referral rates plummeted by 75%, meaning thousands of people could be denied the chance of an earlier and potentially life-saving diagnosis. Drawing on our vast experience in campaigning, we took action and launched our Still Here campaign, raising awareness of the potential signs and symptoms, reminding everyone that a cough does not just mean COVID, and encouraging and reassuring those with symptoms to contact their GP, even during a lockdown. To maximise exposure of the campaign and cut through all the COVID noise, we teamed up with winners of Britain's Got Talent attraction to bring lung cancer out of the shadows and demonstrate the importance of recognising symptoms and acting on them. It was our aim that by showcasing lung cancer in this unique way, more people will watch the beautiful and emotional performance and take on board its vital message. And it worked. Research was another area hit by the pandemic. In 2019, lung cancer received the second highest amount of research funding, and we were starting to see some promising results in our own projects, including a world-first study by University College London, which could pave the way for early detection and treatments. The findings from this study, led by Professor Sam Janes, could help to develop a simple blood test to pick up molecule signals linked to early cancer development, as well as leading to new treatments. But with researchers drafted into frontline services, research paused for most of 2020. It is vital these potentially life-saving projects restart as soon as possible. Similarly, the pandemic also forced lung health checks to pause in 2020, after the rollout was announced for England, based on the pioneering schemes in Manchester, Liverpool, and our own pilot in Nottingham the year before. In 2019, we expanded our lung health check in Nottingham, where we saw a 60% early detection rate of those diagnosed, as well as identifying a further 58 people with currently non-malignant nodules, 37 of which investigation remains ongoing. The same year, we also teamed up with the founding Liverpool Healthy Lung Programme to help increase the number of people attending its health check and save more people like Joe. 2020 will be a year never forgotten. It was also the year our charity marked its 30th anniversary. Back when the charity began, the outlook for people with lung cancer was so bleak, so hopeless. We now find ourselves up against another overwhelming obstacle in COVID that threatens to undo all the excellent work pioneered by our charity over the last 30 years. But what our 3 decades of experience has taught us is we can overcome this. We have succeeded in the face of opposition, the face of negativity, the face of hopelessness, and together we will do it again. Everything we've done over these last 2 incomparable years, every patient we've supported, every life we have saved, is because of our incredible supporters. You never fail to surprise us with your creativity and generosity. Thank you never quite covers it, but we do thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because with your help, we can recover, rebuild, and restore hope after the despair of 2020.